to a late night CFL Week 5. So we are playing Thursday Night Football. We've got the alternate uniforms on. We are hosting the New York Jets. And we're at 2-2, so are they. This is a team that is reeling from obviously the Aaron Rodgers injury last year, but after that, Rodgers retired. He had some complications with the recovery process. Why are they huddling at midfield? And he's done. So Zach Wilson is back and making a really nice play to get away from Julian Blackman and turn what could have been a sack into a 1-yard gain. However, with an awful season, they ended up with the 5th overall pick, and you can see there a new guy on the sidelines. They let go of Salah, kind of thinking it's time for a new start, I guess is the logic. And he was never great with them. He had his best season was 7-9. So they move on. They hire Peter Gaffney, who comes from the Belichick and Saban coaching tree. And yeah, that's who's going to be leading them as really Breece Hall. It's a good running game. Thought I read that pretty well, and he made a nice cut. Our defense, after holding Tennessee to 16, has regressed in a big way, giving up 35 to the Jaguars, and then 35 to the Jaguars, 35 to the Chiefs, and I think 37 to the Bills. So it's been a really rough sequence. Obviously, Samson Ebukam still hurt. And yeah, we're just kind of trying to figure things out, hoping that it would be a good bounce back game facing Zach Wilson here. But he's actually had kind of a career resurgence. In the first 2 games, he threw 8 touchdowns. They lost one of those games to there we go. There's a good run stop. They lost one of those games to I think the Texans beat them in a shootout. And then they put up like 40 some in a dominant win over the Jaguars. Since then, Zach Wilson has come back to earth a bit. And there's a throwaway from him. But they won a close game against the Steelers, largely on the back of their running game. I think Breece Hall had 111 yards or so. And then they lost to the Dolphins. So they are 2-2, like us. And trying to see what they have in Zach Wilson, obviously. Meanwhile, Anthony Richardson, much improved from last year. The interceptions are down. After throwing, I think, 22 last year, he has 3 picks in 4 games. And oof. Of course, I say that. How is it perfect accuracy if it's out of reach? That doesn't make sense. So anyway, now he faces a real challenge against a tough defense with the Jets. As Sauce Gardner does not make the tackle, Michael Pittman does a great job blocking, and that's going to let Josh Downs get a first down and let everybody forget about that ugly first down miss. Try the read option now. But yeah, offense has been, after that low scoring game, 16-13, we lost to the Titans. It's been pretty much all shootouts. The offense stepping up and the defense regressing. We're dealing with some big injuries. Moali Cox. And here we go. Richardson floats for Pittman, overthrown. Brutal. I mean, obviously the saving grace is that it is it is just 3rd and 1, so we should be able to convert here. Put Patterson out for the RPO, but I don't really actually want to throw this. I think we're just going to run up the middle with Zach Moss. Zach Moss having a career year. Long touchdowns against the Jaguars and the Bills. Both of those games we won by slim margins. We're probably would not have been able to pull off without Moss. Here he goes again with a really nice run. He's already got about half as many yards as he did last week against the Chiefs, who really shut down our offense. Second and 6 now. Coming up on field goal range if we can get one more first down. And Xavier Worthy with a nice toe drag catch. Probably should have thrown it a little bit earlier, but I wanted to see if I could get anything. I think what I want to do is I want to bring in somebody that'll make them think we're running an RPO. And then run a conventional pass. This has been one of the other big kind of counters on the RPO thing, is get Zach Moss on this quick little route. He would have been wide. He would have been an easy first down if he didn't run into the D lineman. It's with the unfortunate collision there, made it a lot more difficult. Still converts. Jets potentially showing blitz now on 1st and 10. Molly Cox being out potentially upgrades the... Oh boy, that could have been dumb, but it works. Pittman gets the catch. Dangerous throw, but he got it over the corner. This offense is so good at moving the ball in just methodical chunks that there's really no reason to ever be making risky throws unless you're way down and it's, 3rd and long or something. We just got to be playing smart, and that's what we've generally been doing so far. It's just a couple of the 3 picks, 2 were in that Titans game where I was just kind of pressing before I really got into the flow of this offense. And then 1 was just I threw to a wide open guy and Richardson missed him, and there's kind of nothing you can do there. Now 3rd and 8 in field goal range. It's definitely the case that our offense is very dependent on situation. We struggle in the long yardage. We really need to be, there's Worthy knocked out. I probably should have thrown it sooner, but it looked like it was tight coverage. Kind of a last resort to throw into that. We make a 3-0 lead. All right. Well, both teams kind of put together promising drives. Ours just got a little bit further. Pats have a better record than the Bills. Who would have expected that? Buffalo has lost 2 straight overtime heartbreakers. They came back from down 21 against us, only for us to win the toss, drive right down, and win the game on a 4th and goal conversion. Cold-blooded Richardson to Xavier Worthy. And then, oof. There's the Jets' first round pick, 5th overall, Aluamiwa Fashanu, left tackle, who's been starting from day one, I believe, and looking good so far. Will be sidelined as there's like Zach Wilson. He looks much better in this offense. Even the last 2 weeks, which weren't as good as the beginning of the season, he's been respectable. There's been no more of these just like hilariously bad, worst offense in the league type performances. But I think keeping them, we're definitely on pace for our best defensive performance of the game, or of the last 4 weeks. Even if they were to score a touchdown on this drive and say that's a touchdown per quarter, 28 points allowed would be an upgrade over where we've been at. This is a defense that's regressed in a big way. Case in point, giving up the 3rd and 7. I mean, nice work by Garrett Wilson hanging on despite a nice hit by Blackman. Blackman got superstar dev last year, and he bumped up. He got some good XP, raised his overall by a couple, but then he lost the dev trait back down to star. So kind of see how valuable that ends up being. Once again, Garrett Wilson is going to pay for these. I was hoping for a little bit better of a thump, but good job limiting the yards after catch. 2nd and 5 now for Zach Wilson from the 10. He'll go back to pass, and oof! I got beat. Tight window throw to Michael Carter, and the Jets take a 7-3 lead. I thought Carter was... What are they doing? Who is that kicker? Why was that so, short? Anyway. Oh, maybe they're against the wind. They shouldn't be, because I had the wind at my back in the first quarter. There's a really bad return by Patterson. So, we're going to have to drive 85 yards if we want to... Wait, what? Why is Blake Freeland in at tight end? Obviously, the Mo Alley Cox injury kind of threw the tight end situation off, but we signed Andrew Ogletree from the practice squad. So, this will just be a 6 offensive lineman play. Should have plenty of time at least. Throw it quick anyway to Jelani Woods, which the defense will never expect. I'll try Pittman on the air. I just don't feel like if they cover the toss to Pittman, we're kind of screwed because there's nothing. Oh my gatos! I overthought it. I should have just ran the play or ran the stick audible. Jets potentially showing blitz. I think we'll stick with the screen call. And, oh yeah, plenty of real estate. for Zach Moss to get near the first down. Good tackle by Jordan Whitehead. Patient running by Moss. Lets those blocks set up. And let's give him a rest and put Jarquez Hunter on the field. I think we'll hand this off. Too many guys on that right side. An RPO might be effective, but instead, first down for DJ Gatos. All right, another 2 tight end set. We really do have 3 quality tight ends, so losing Malik Cox was not a huge loss. That was probably a throw that I made more difficult than it needed to be because I ran backwards like that. I thought I was going to get pressured, and then he broke open when I wasn't expecting him to. All right, here's a 1st and 10. We'll roll out and throw away. Richardson, after completing like 55% of his passes last year, is up to 71% last I checked. Obviously not including this game. Today he's 7 of 12, so that's a little bit of a decline, but hopefully we'll get back on course with, 3rd and RPO. I think I'll give to... Oh, yeah, with Sauce Gardner out there, I got to just give this to Hunter. 3rd and 4. Handoff. Wide open alley. First down. And, it seems like kind of both of these offenses have just been really methodical. The defenses aren't so much getting stops, but there's not much scoring because every drive just takes a while. Keeping the clock moving with completions. Short yardage plays. See if we can get Pittman here, although I think I'll just hand it off. Yes, Michael Pittman. A really nice block. And then a juke move will get us to the 26-yard line. Looks like maybe one too many guys on the left side to run that RPO. So we'll run it with Moss on the left side. They didn't really have anybody in the middle of the field to stop that running lane. Everybody worried about Cordero Patterson and Michael Pittman. That's the other effect of these RPOs. And another big benefit is 2nd and 1. I'm just very confident in this offense's ability to convert that it's pretty much a free shot. Although that's so easy. Wait, I gotta shoot. That wasn't great. Mostly trying to get in the end zone here. If we don't, we can probably keep the sticks moving with a 3rd down conversion. But what is that throw, Richardson? Are you kidding me? I think we'll just run. I kind of just wanted to run normally, but all I got is RPOs, so I guess that's what we'll do. Probably had Patterson on the RPO would have been a good gain, but especially 3rd and 1. It's so important to keep these sticks moving. And I saw I had good enough running lanes, so we'll take it. Probably hand this off. Yeah. Jarquez Hunter breaks a tackle down at the 10. I think this is just our second drive of the game. And it's almost the end of the half. Like, just a crazy level of ball control offense from both sides, really. As there, I probably should have thrown to Patterson. Jarquez Hunter hasn't been too much of a running back in this system. He's gotten a lot of, well, how should I put this? He hasn't been too much of a conventional running back in this system. He's gotten a lot of pass catching opportunities and little screens and RPO stuff. But today he's getting, I think, the most carries we've ever given him in a half as Richardson keeps Richardson to the goal line. And they do not call that a touchdown, which might be beneficial to run some clock down. If they booth review and give us the score, I'm not going to complain, but I mean, this way the Jets will not get a 2-minute warning. And potentially, I mean, the ideal scenario here is to get stopped 2 plays and score on 3rd and goal. But, I mean, you obviously really, really want a touchdown. You don't want any... Most important thing is to score. If we don't score here, well, I mean, I'm sorry, but I've got to just... Are you kidding me, Michael Pittman? In what world is that not a touchdown? Patterson into the end zone. And we are up 10-7. And yeah, the Jets were very much focused on stopping the run. They kind of let us go in. But how about that? 17 plays, 90 yards. Just a methodical drive. Should have been 16 plays. Or 15 if Richardson got in there. But this way, a little bit less time. And, you know, the Jets offense has not... They've been pretty successful, but the one thing they don't have is really the explosiveness. It's been the 5 and 10 yard passes that are getting us so far. So having only 153 on the clock might kind of come back to bite them. There's just a drop. We'll take it, as per always. What cover 1? Why is Kenny Moore covering a halfback? As there's roughing the passer, probably. Oh, holding, thank goodness. Everything's coming up Colts as a big pass play gets called back. I know our defense isn't perfect, but I mean, you gotta feel confident in this situation. Wait, why is... Hang on. So DeAndre Felton should not be in this... Oh, I guess. That should be more Jalen Jones' job. Because DeAndre Felton has been starting outside for us. Which we did in the Chiefs game. Well, it's a screen and it's potentially a successful one. 9 yards for Wilson, and I'm going to let this run down. I'm not eager to get the ball back exactly. So, if they want to let it run and, you know, kind of... Oh. Oh, I thought Wilson was going to run, and I had Jalen Jones pursue him. Got a man open, so they overcome 2nd and 18. 3rd down conversion to Wells. As Zaire Franklin is there, this time I'm able to cover Michael Carter. Could have been picked. Really good man coverage. We saw how hard to do that is on the touchdown. Yes, now DeAndre Felton, UDFA outside, and second year player Jalen Jones, who I think was drafted in the 3rd round, has been kind of not able to get a consistent starting role. Nice breakup. There's Felton. That's, I think, maybe the first really big play in his career. Hopefully first of many. 2nd and 10 for the Jets. I mean, especially huge if they don't score here, but... Or if they get a field goal, we can say that breakup is instrumental in preventing a touchdown. If the Jets score a touchdown on this drive, the pass breakup looks a little bit less relevant. Play action just totally fools me, but Wilson misses his guy, and, you know, he's still Zach Wilson. And man, that pass breakup and that miss loom large as the Jets are going to have to punt this away on 4th and 2. And a good punt will mean that I don't think it's worth really trying much of anything here. I don't want to get Richardson hurt. I don't want to knee it so that they like start knowing they can use their timeouts. I want to just, well, this is a run with Moss no matter what. Because it's not worth the risk of a fumble or injury to Richardson. And if you try to throw it, it's, you know, potentially a turnover. So we feel good about this. Take a lead into the locker room. This is the fewest points allowed in a half in a long time. So 10-7. I mean, right now, the best offense we have, or the best defense we have, is basically our offense. It's been just put together drives that take forever and keep the defense off the field because we sure can't actually defend anybody this year, it seems. Even Zach Wilson has pretty much on every drive threatened points, I would say. I mean, they got to midfield and obviously could have had a big play to get into field goal range. Last drive, first drive, they got to midfield, and then they had a touchdown in the middle. So we need another long drive to just kind of keep the pressure on. And there's Xavier Worthy with a really nice block, and that's going to let Pittman get a first down before he's rocked out of bounds. Jets defense, they hit hard. I'm kind of feeling Cordero Patterson in the backfield. Patterson, like Hunter, kind of a hybrid receiver halfback. He's big at, oof, what a play by, is that Jermaine Johnson? Huh. Okay. Why are they putting Jermaine Johnson at defensive tackle? Nick, you need to fix the Jets. Like, this is kind of inexcusable here. I don't like it. I'm pretty sure B was the guy who was open right in front of me, but when the icon disappears, you can't risk it, being somebody else and hitting the wrong button, and then you're in a disaster situation. We're going to put out... I don't know, maybe I should try press coverage. You never know. 3rd and 14. Here we go. He wants Pittman, and it's broken up and nearly caught on the deflection by Downs. I don't know how DJ Reed caught up to that football. Second time Pittman has kind of got behind the defense. I guess he's just a slower guy, and that's the problem you have with it. Should have put Worthy out there for 3rd and long. He's got speed, but not the ability to get off press that Pittman has, so who knows. Big stop by the Jets defense. That is our first punt of the first time really that we've ever had a drive go nowhere. There's DeForest Buckner making his presence felt. He is just insane against the run. He had 45 TFLs last year, and I think he's on pace for more this year. 2nd and 12. Play action. And he throws it away. Got everything pretty much locked up, and we get some pressure on Zach Wilson. This would be a huge, if we could force a punt. Third and 12 for Zach Wilson. He comes out empty. And he's got a man! And he missed him, thank goodness. I don't know how he got so wide open, but... Yeah, what happened there? Because it was... Oh, did I run into him? Oh, I knocked the corner off course. I mean, Jalen Jones was kind of beat, and then I just permanently got him off. But, I mean, the safety here, Rodney Thomas, got kind of way too deep trying to help out on the post. Nice little pass concept. Just, the Jets need a better quarterback. I mean, they'd be so dangerous if they had a QB, and Worthy spins the wrong way. I'm very clearly running to the right, so he should be spinning. He should be spinning clockwise, and for some reason he spun counterclockwise. 1st and 10, still at the 40-yard line, good field position, and now it is Quinnen Williams. He is their DeForest Buckner. I don't understand, why is Jermaine Johnson a nose tackle? Nick, I get sometimes Madden does dumb stuff, but we literally have an account on the Jets. There's no need for this to be this difficult as we miss Josh Downs. Oh, that was open. Great job by Richardson keeping the play alive, and then all for naught. All right, so this is definitely passing situation. So put all your best pass catchers on the field. 3rd and 12 from the 39. Worthy has got it, but he's short of the sticks. Richardson put it a little bit behind him, forcing him to slow down. And I mean, I'm not saying I am going to do it, but I am going to think about it. Let's just see what we got. I don't feel awful about taking a delay a game. We We don't need to risk this. We're in control of the game. We're going to pin him deep anyway. That was a pretty good play on third down. And then just a little bit behind him. And for some reason the backspin doesn't work, so we're going to be robbed of a touchback. Jets get the ball down only 7. Or down only 3. 10-7. He'll check down to Carter, and Shaq Leonard blows it up. Loss of 2. Bunch. Let's try 6. Oh, they did bunch on the boundary side. They got all these guys on the left, but not a lot of space to work over there. So they'll run to the other side. And that's hard to defend when you put everybody on that left side to try to defend that bunch, and then they run it into the open space. And he's short. We roll into cover 3, dropping the safety down on what looked like a 2-high. And cover up pretty much everybody. Wilson checks it down. This time a long punt, but more returnable for Worthy, who gets basically to where he was on the last punt. Just 1 yard back. So after 2 quick 3-and-outs, call it even. Defenses on both sides showing some improvement. And Pittman just kind of missed his block. It looked like, I don't know what he was doing. Maybe he thought he pancaked to the corner and was trying to get to the second level. I'm not sure. He's normally such a good blocker, but there, I mean, come on, man. Second and 9. Here's Ogletree. He's got a first down. Signed from the practice squad last week after the Moali Cox injury. Now, hopefully, coming up on field goal range. Probably just one more first down. That's all we need for... Oh, dangerous! Woods, about as good as you can place that ball, I think, and kind of in between everybody. Gave nobody but Woods was going to come down with it, but he can't. He's hit. Johnny Woods now in the slot, and he might have an opportunity. This is like a cover 3. Worthy gets 6 on the out route. But good coverage kind of forces him to come back to the ball. That started off as about 10 yards deep, and then Richardson had to make the route more shallow. Now it is like our 5th string receiver, Mike Strachan, in, and obviously the Alec Pierce injury kind of limiting our options at receiver. But he does not get the ball. That instead goes to Josh Downs. Josh first downs. Now we're going to give it to Jarquez Hunter up the middle on 1st and 10. I mean, I guess Jermaine Johnson is kind of a bigger edge rusher. I don't think he should ever be playing nose tackle like I've seen him. Really good run. Open alley. I don't know. I like the RPO here. I use this formation a lot, but I haven't ever really tried the RPO out of it. I think I'm just going to give to Moss. That looks kind of like what's most open. And Zach Moss is into the end zone to make it a 2-score game. What a big drive from the Colts. To hopefully get us back above 500. After a humiliating loss to the Chiefs, we come and turn around. Short week. Now we're going to have plenty of rest. Plenty of time to focus on the Jaguars with this Thursday night game. First and 10 for Zach Wilson. He's still got more than a quarter to turn this game around in favor of the Jets. But we're containing Breece Hall. Really like to see that. Let's get Buckner a rest now. Put in free agent signing Javon Kinlaw. Buckner definitely more dominant as a run stuffer, so probably a passing down I'm more okay with. Oh, they run now that he's out, and it naturally goes very well. Should have seen that coming. Just kind of trying to make sure that younger guys get their occasional reps and we don't get everybody too tired out early on in the season. First and 10 for Wilson. Put Kenny Moore on the side with the 2 receivers. And they'll do a counter run as Buckner shoots the wrong gap. Now Kwity Paye gets hurt. So Odeyingbo, and we're going to let Colin Oliver, our, I think, 6th round pick, head out there. First and 10 for Wilson. We're showing blitz, and we are coming. And I think I might have roughed the passer. That's a bang-bang play. I don't know about that one. But obviously nothing really else they could be calling. Take a look at that. I mean, yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. First and 10 now. Jets probably in range for a game-tying field goal as Alan Lazard drops it. Had good position on Kenny Moore. Just unable to haul it in. Second and 10. Resting Buckner. Kwity Paye is hurt. Ebicam has got a long-term injury. Out. Ah, okay. Conklin with the catch. Odeyingbo and Abedaware. 3rd and 6 for Wilson. They come out empty. We're sending 5. He's going to do a screen and just chuck it in the dirt. So it'll be a 7-point lead, assuming they attempt and make this field goal. And it is short. I don't know what's going on with the Jets, and I mean, Nick, I'm sorry, you gotta fix this, man. Those are your depth charts. Your team. No excuse. Let's take a look. I mean, you got, yeah, look at that. Look at that. I mean, headcanon, I guess, is that Jason Sanders got injured. But, oh my God, Toast, that's what you idiot, Nick. New England has a 3-4 playbook. Nick, what are you doing? New England has he switched the playbook, but he didn't update anybody's position. So you've got everybody on the Jets is playing out of position. Everybody in their front seven, at least. And their kick. I can't believe that. I mean, I'm kind of surprised I didn't call him out for it sooner. So he's got... Oh my God, those. Quinnen Williams, great pressure. I felt the need to scramble, and if I could have gotten around Williams, it's an easy first down. Obviously, in retrospect, if I stayed in the pocket, I had a guy coming open, but I didn't know that was going to happen. I felt like I needed to run. And just great contain by one of the league's premier defensive tackles. It is this whole thing, like, it just... Oh my God, those. Force him out, thank you. Good play by Kenny Moore, getting off the block and finding a way to hit Breece Hall enough that he steps out. This would be a 7-point game if they had a proper kicker. So, I mean, what? We've obviously got problems. This is not a great Jets team. And they're further messed up by all the scheme. I can't believe that Nick didn't think of that, though. Like, why would you change the playbook and not move everybody's positions? Like, if you're going to manage a team, manage a team. So in that case, Dioda Yingbo is assigned to cover the flat, and I'm assigned to cover the hook. But Oda Yingbo drops for no reason, so then I have to go chase after a flat that I'm out of position to cover. Oh, what a move by... Holy cow, what a play by Zach Wilson. The blitz was on, and we were about to light him up. He has shown weird amounts of mobility in this game. Like, who was expecting this? What a move. And on the run, hits the open guy. I bit on the play action. And it looked like we were about to get away with it before Zach Wilson came in and just bailed and made a play. I mean, boom. Leonard all over that. Hospital ball from just QB who is so hot or cold. I mean, you see that one play making an insane move to evade the blitz and then hitting an open guy on the run, and then the second, just a dangerous pass into good coverage. And he stays in bounds and goes into the end zone. Are you kidding me? That is a 2-yard gain. That is a 2-yard gain, and we just completely blunder it. You cannot lose to the Jets on national television. The Jets with no kicker and their entire defense playing out of position. 5 minutes left, we're up 3. But we've got the ball. Obviously, the one kind of solace, I know there's not a ton of points, but this offense hasn't got the ball a ton either. Because we've possessed it so long, there's been very few drives. It's as if it's much earlier in the game. Come on, Patterson, make a miss. No luck. Those RPOs, you're kind of hoping that the inside guy bites hard enough that Patterson can just run past him, leaving Pittman free to block the outside guy. There, Pittman has to block the inside guy, leaving... How does he get a hand on that? No shot. Like, that is such a mismatch with lineman covering a wide receiver, leverage advantage. But somehow... 3rd and 8 now for Richardson. He'll go back to pass, fires for Pittman, who hangs on for a huge catch. I'm a little bit upset at Nick for this. All right, one drive to just ice this game. Richardson keeps, and there's not much there. Big play on 3rd and 2. Chance to kind of put this game away. I might have made an awful decision there. Holy cow. He actually started chasing Worthy. Now we've got a hold. Are you kidding me? Pittman with a back-breaking call. I mean, so you see the corner kind of jump to attack Worthy. Like, he could have picked six this, but then he had second-guessed himself and said, no, let me defend the read option. He got his eyes in the backfield, so he ended up kind of caught in the middle. If I kept with Richardson, this is easy yards. And then Pittman, he holds way behind the play. It looks like right here must be what are they calling on Pittman? Are they just saying this is holding? He definitely didn't need to do it. We've got a first down either way. But he holds at the... So, wait. They put the ball at the 28, which means they're saying he held at the 38? So let's see where he is at the 38. Okay. That looks more like the 39 to me. Wow. You can't have that call. I should have put a better receiving back on the field. Richardson with a dart to Josh Downs, who beats Sauce Gardner. Holy cow. Everybody chasing Josh Downs, and Richardson fires an insane throw over the linebacker under the corner, Sauce Gardner, to overcome the holding penalty and set up a 1st and 10. Come on. And he misses that. Come on. Like, I don't care about the yards. I just want to keep this clock moving, and very clearly, like, this is an easy screen pass. Nobody's covering him. Patterson runs into like him. He runs into the offensive lineman, but I'm smart. I wait. I let Patterson break wide open, and then I throw it, and Richardson just chucks it in the dirt. Man. Jarquez Hunter. Near the sticks. 3rd and 2. First down pretty much seals this game. Where is it? See what we get. Game kind of lagging. Like having options. Here we go. Big 3rd and 2. Downs. Brought down from behind. Great play by the corner. And we got to punt this. I mean, you know, I'm pretty confident that if that screen pass is complete, Patterson gets 2 yards. And then that Jarquez Hunter run is a first down. Just saying. 2 minutes, 2 timeouts for Zach Wilson to drive 50-some yards in order to tie this game, or 89 yards to win it. Here we go, defense. They've had a rough stretch, but hopefully a get-right game here. As there we go, keep him in bounds, keep this clock moving. The lag is annoying, but hopefully not insurmountable. 2nd and 5. Brought down in bounds again. And holy cow, our FPS is dropping. And it's making it hard to do anything. Case in point right there. I mean, if not for the lag, I'm 100% stopping him well short of the 43. And like, I can't do anything right now. I don't know what we're in. Defensively, I'm not able to make like adjustments. I mean, they're going to run it and actually get good yardage. 3rd and 3. Third and 3. And it's a first down to Wells. 22 seconds though. Jets running low on time, and at this point I'm guessing they're just thinking about the field goal. That'll help us. Call timeout. This to tie it up. From 42 yards, it's up and it is short. Nick single-handedly cost the Jets the game by putting Thomas Morstead in at kicker. It feels illegitimate to win this way. And I know there was some BS that went against us. I mean, there was The roughing the passer call was stupid. The missed screen pass. It's just, it takes you out of the game when you start having to think about these things, about managing the other team for them. I shouldn't need to be doing this. And part of this is EA's fault. Part of this is, like, we shouldn't need to have any accounts on these other teams, but they're not great at managing themselves, so we're going to hopefully get better results by managing them. But right now, I mean, Nick, come on. CPU probably would have done a better job, at least with the kicking situation. I don't. That's bad. Okay, well, we're 3-2. Hopefully keeping up with the Houston Texans. GG to Peter Gaffney and the Jets.